Well, on our way out to the woods on a trail I've only used once, and that was last year. Heading out to the main food plot. It's August 16th. Just moved one of my cameras that I have by a water hole where I've been seeing those bachelor group of bucks. And then I gotta check out the field to see if any of that brassica started to germinate. That I planted two Thursdays or 2 Saturdays ago. Today is Sunday, the 16th. So I planted them on like I broadcast it on the 2nd after I killed and rolled. The pictures from the field shows that the whole field wasn't killed. I was having issues with my sprayer. I went and fixed that today by ordering like pretty much every part new except for the pump itself, because I just replaced that last year. I'm also going back here for the first time since a big windstorm. So I got my chainsaw, because the guy that owns the property doesn't know if this trail is blocked anywhere or not. I've already had to move one dead tree that fell. Luckily it was small enough I didn't need a saw. But so far so good. These are sturdy young trees, hard to blow over, but it is a tight fit. Again, welcome back to Jared's Veterans Outdoors. We are approximately 28 days, 27 days in a wake up to the Wisconsin Bow Archery Opener, which is the 13th of September this year. Not early enough for any velvet, but the bucks around here are still in velvet, of course. It's middle of August, so. But most of them have done growing. They're not bulbous at all. I got one buck on camera, or 2 bucks on camera that are still a little bulby, so they got a little bit more growing to do, which is good. Right here was where I had my man, it ain't hanging no more. I'm gonna have to look for it. We're coming up to the field now, but I had a licking branch back about 30 yards from where we are now, and I didn't hit it, so that means it's not on the trail anymore. Here's the food plot that I killed and scared no deer out of here. Haven't been really any deer in here the last 2-3 days. Turkeys, but I don't know if that's because this stuff is killed and nothing came up. We are about to find out. So, just looking from the truck, I am seeing greenery, but it's weeds. But I did a pretty good job of putting out brassicas right to my left, right towards you can see out here. Put a lot of brassica out here. I've tried to spread it out as much as I could. So far I'm not really seeing anything, but I'm gonna have to get out of the truck and look. I only did about half the field. I did part of this little roadway that continues on from the north side where or the south side where I usually come in from, because it's pretty much a straight shot, even though it's tight. So I think we're gonna park here and we're gonna seed the rest of this field and do some overseeding. I think we're gonna have to, because I'm not seeing anything growing, and we got rain coming tonight and tomorrow. So hopefully we can get this thing going. There's my blind. It's probably going to sit just about there. It's a nice entrance right there where they come into the field. They also come in on the trail I just came in on, or logging road. Right there below where the dead branches are there, that's where my other blind was last year that I shot the 7-point out of. So I'm going to get my stuff, the bag spreader loaded up, and load a little mixture in there, some buckwheat, some brassica. It's only the, like I said, 16th of August, got warm weather yet. Rain coming tonight and tomorrow. We got a ton of rain yesterday, last night. I'm gonna look over the rest of the field. If I see anything that actually might have, I don't know, started, I'll show it to you. Stand by. Well, back and do some broadcasting. Anyway, yeah, so this is the south end of the field. I didn't broadcast anything over here 2 weeks ago. So what I put in the bag was about 20 some odd pounds of buckwheat mixed with about 2 pounds of brassicas. Hopefully I don't screw that up too bad, and maybe some brassicas come up after the buckwheat. I've also got some winter wheat and winter rye, but I was going to hold off and plant that probably in another 2 weeks. If this doesn't come up great, that'll be my last shot for this field. But nothing that I can see is really taking shape so far. But I don't know. We'll get back to you soon. Well, just got done broadcasting. I ended up doing about 30 pounds of buckwheat and about 3 more pounds of, not even 3 more pounds of brassicas. So I didn't want them competing over each other, but there's one whole side, or one whole third, yeah, one whole quarter of the field I didn't do last time. Sorry. You can see I got seed and sweat all over me. So yeah, there was a whole corner back here where I'm over by the corner where I shot my buck at that I didn't plant at all. So this is all one big experiment because I didn't get here in time or have my ATV out here to, or my sprayer out here to put in the plot boost that I bought. I was going to try that this year. I still can. But it would have been better to spray it over the dirt first, like it's supposed to, and then put the seeds in the ground. So right where I'm standing, I can see a lot of seeds. If I can, I'll take you over to where I planted last time, and I'll show you some of the stuff that did come up. This is just that brush pile that was supposed to be burnt this spring. It never did, so all we got here is a bunch of weeds growing around it. As you see, I did get a great kill, burnt it pretty good, but then there was a main spot where my sprayer evidently wasn't working. So this is all weeds. This is not anything I planted, but I will show you what I found down here. Here's one right here, a few of them. You can see they're spread out 2, 3, 4 inches apart. There's one area of the field where, and that's about 30 yards in front of the blind. So I've got that. Some of them did come up on here. I got other ones that are starting to pop up now that we got more rain. Right there. The big stuff is all weed. Never going to kill off all your weeds. Well, at least I couldn't. I couldn't get in here for another spraying, but I did get some decent brassica growth in here. But you can see this one here starting to turn. That one's not yellow, but some of the stuff that popped up over here, especially if I could find a few of them, they were coming up good, and they must have germinated and then turned yellow, besides the weeds here. But actually starting to get some better germination there. Right there, sorry. Got a couple different things. Maybe that's that purple top turnip. And got a good cluster here. But the tallest piece is starting to turn yellow. I've seen it a bunch, but a lot of it's really green. It doesn't look like much to the naked eye, and the deer, it's too young for the deer to even be on it yet, but you can see more of it. The stuff that grew bigger, got the one on the right there, the tip that's yellow, came up in here somewhat, started growing really good. Some of it's yellow, a lot of it that's 3-leaf stuff. It's not clover, it's part of the brassica mix. I can't remember if it's a purple top turnip or the rape. I won't know until I see it, but a lot of bare spots, and I covered that pretty good. There's a good spot of them there, but I covered the rest of the ground. It's all bare with you can see the buckwheat right there, 2 of them together. This is older buckwheat, but I kept it in a cool, dry place all winter and summer, so there's nothing wrong with it. It's just left over from last year, and as you can see, good burn on most of the field except for this one area right here and right here. But I don't need my plot to look like a farmer's field of beans. I just need the stuff to come up that I broadcasted and rolled over enough to where it gets these deer out here. Yeah, they're definitely still in here. There's some deer shit in there. So, second year of the food plot. The dirt's a little bit better than it was last year. Last year it was awful. It was so sandy. Here's a good patch right here. And that one right there, they already ate the tip of that one off. That's the first, I just walked up on it. That's the rape, I think. It's rooted in. And then the purple top turnips. And something else coming up. So, did get a little bit of germination, and the field, there's some yellow stuff, but you got some tall ones here that are growing already. The rest of this is weeds. I know some of it might have germinated in with the weeds, but the weeds will choke that out. But like I said, I don't need my plot to look like Better Homes and Gardens magazine. I just want the stuff that I planted, the tonnage, some of the tonnage to come up, so not only for hunting purposes, but so these deer are fed all fall and all winter, at least most of the winter, because there's only going to be maybe 1 deer taken off this property, the 73 acres this year. Two if we get lucky, and they won't be right off of this plot. I have other stands, like I have that there's one right there, and back down the road over to the left there's another opening. It's where I sat for gun season. A ladder stand over there on the south end of the property. Here's some other ones I just saw. They're both popping up about the space pretty good. I threw all this out 2 weeks ago by hand, literally with my right hand. I dug in the bag and kept throwing it, tossing it out in front like that. And because I didn't have my bag spreader, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna have a bunch of stuff in a pile or what. But here's more of the stuff I saw that came up, and it's turning yellow. That rain tonight that we get might help these, but it's for sure gonna help get the buckwheat going. That's all buckwheat seed there. I spread the majority of it up in this corner this quarter where I didn't have anything. I didn't spread anything 2 weeks ago. Just kind of as a rescue area for the plot. I'm still experimenting with stuff, so yeah. I'm sorry. So yeah, it is 5:25 on the 16th as I tape this. I don't know when I'll get it out to you. I got the other video from 2 weeks ago too, to get out, edit a little bit, and show you how I sprayed and rolled everything and the issues I was having with the sprayer. So That'll be it for now. I just gotta get back to the other stand I was just by. I moved the camera just across the trail, so I was looking right at the camera's looking right at the water hole now. It's not a professional water hole, it's like a bathtub, old plastic bathtub that I dug into the ground and filled it up, and it helps the deer. It's not nearly enough, but it helps them. We keep it full, and we got that one. There's another one behind. Let me see if I can get this. There's another water hole behind here, over by where the ladder stand is. If I can get you in there. There's that ladder stand, not mine, but somebody else's. It doesn't have no back on an armrest, nothing. I don't sit in that one. But right next to it in the woods there, the does and fawns like to drink out of that one and then come out to the field here and munch away. Plenty of turkeys and foals with them. Getting plenty of pictures of that. If I can figure out how to edit this, I'll show you some of the does and bucks I got. But yeah, the hard work is paying off. It ain't pretty, but so far it's working. With that, I'll leave you guys. Thanks a lot for joining in. Remember, if you like what I'm doing or you got suggestions, anything, hit like and subscribe, please. I'd like to get over 100. Thanks.